Right, so looking for the foot pegs in completely the wrong place. So here we are with the dusty old covered in cobwebs BMW and T. Just wait there, darling, and just take it up the road and back. That fuel pump sounds really loud. Don't remember them ever sounding that loud. Oh! This bike is so different to the Harley. I wonder about this bike. Now, so here we are, celebrating the fact that we're back to square one, essentially. It broke down that time a while ago, and it took me quite a while to find out actually what was going on. And oh, look at this thing, geez, it wanders. It's just frightening. Of course, it's been sitting for ages, and I don't know what the tyre pressures are, any of that stuff. But like oil cleaner. So we're just taking it up the road and back, you know, just basically just because we can, you know. It wanders even more than I remember it to. But there's a little hint in there. Anyway, look, yeah, there's a little hint that I discovered just a couple of days ago. I found out the left-hand left-hand radiator mount has broken, and the radiator's moving around. That's nothing in itself, but there might be something behind that, frame-wise, that could be connected. You know what I mean? So we'll see. So Tim and the family have put in some swings now. Look at that. Progress. That fuel pump is very loud. Oh, we got another Gunya. They're fond of those. Right, so the BMW. You stop there and wait. Now you're a good girl. Yes, you are. Is this your first ride in the BM? It might be. A bit rat baggy, isn't it? We'll get put that screen on this one, won't we? We'll get another one. Make another one. So, bike broke down months and months ago up near the Bowden Gate pub. I didn't make it to the pub, which is very disconcerting. And it took me ages to find that there was actually a blown fuse, but it was an opaque fuse. They look like sort of like a brownie coloured. Stop there. Brownie coloured, almost like Bakelite looking thing, you know. So I couldn't see that the element had broken, and that was fixing that brought back the ignition, but then the fuel pump wasn't working, and it must have been working beforehand because I'd ridden it. So I decided, oh well, we'll pull that out and replace it essentially. But when I went to do that, I discovered that all the lines were disintegrating. Somebody put the wrong fuel lines, the stuff that that's not submersible. So I had to replace all that as well. And time just gets in the way with stuff, as far as renovating the house goes, doing the bathrooms. The hot water service broke last week. It could be like 100 years old, or 50. It could be 1950s. That old thing. It was a little old rectangular box. I think it was a Zip actually. Anyway, still there. I'll find out the name. And then the fuel pump that was in it was the connections. The electrics to the fuel pump were just spade clips, and I think one of them actually had come off. So that was a bit on the embarrassing side. And so I just renewed all that. Finally got it back together just this afternoon, lunchtime. And so now, essentially, after all that frigging about, we're back to square one. Finding out why it handles so evilly. But I have to say, I have sourced another frame. So if the worst comes to the worst, I'll just pull all this stuff off and put it in another frame and see how it goes from there. If not, if I do find a break in this one and can fix it, then I'll get my mate Arby to do the welding for me. He's a good tradesman, works for Qantas. Just one of them blokes that can do most things, not afraid to tackle stuff. I get nervous to tackle things that I've not done before or whatever. So anyway, it's about this time last year actually, so it might be nearly a year since this bike has been running. God, time gets away. It's the trouble, you get older, it runs faster. You're sitting in a schoolroom as a child. We've got sheep's heads hanging up there, the totems, the Forbidden Zone. I've just been watching Planet of the Apes, actually, the original one, which is a really good movie. And the ones that follow, and the new ones are just bollocks, they're crap, Anyway, so about a year ago I said, right, I get this thing ready, I'm going to ride it to the Farcan rally. So now I'm going to say, right, I'm going to get this thing ready and ride it to the Farcan rally. Whether I will or not, I don't know. And I think I said if I have to ride it at 70 kilometres an hour, I will. I don't know. I think, 90 would be better. Anyway, we're just going to go around the block a bit and then wander off home. Steady, pup. Steady. This clutch takes a long way to bite. That is really loud, that fuel pump. I don't know what's going on here. Which way we go? We go this way. This is not what I thought was going to happen, but happen it has. Oh, there's little bush melons there. I haven't been along this bit before. This is Tim's land and stuff there, and Bernie owns some as well. They've got a fine collection of prickly pear. I thought I was going to end up over there. Maybe we will, we'll see what happens. But I thought this road basically just went straight there, And this is about as fast as I want to ride this bike. This must have been a quarry here at some stage. Oh, yeah, that's it. Whoa there. That's my house over there. Oh, there's a mob of skippies out and about. That's obviously my local mob. They're probably going, what the fuck, who's this bloke? This bike feels like it's leaning out. I must check that actually, just to see what the I've checked the toe in and stuff, and it had plenty. Nope, we've got to watch out. One's on the left as well. Skippy's to the left of me, Skippy's to the right. Or should we go up and introduce ourselves to my neighbour? This is my next door neighbour, who I've never met. By crikey, that fuel pump's loud. Oh, okay. It's probably in my head. Yeah. Righto. Yeah. Yeah. Давай. Давай, давай. Yeah, you're a good girl. So anyway, Tilly, that's enough, mate. Jeez, been barking for an hour. Mind you, I've been talking for an hour. I'm not going to ride this thing on that highway. I'm going to go back the way I came. Well, the bloke, well, I've been here for 18 minutes and that's only just met Craig there. And where did that mob go? Oh, I forgot what I was saying now. All over the place, this bloody motor bicycle. I think we came that way, didn't we? I can't remember now, but we'll get there. Oh, I should have gone that way, shouldn't I? Never mind. Wir machen ja so einen kleinen Sightseeing-Tour, as the Germans say. It's become very trendy. So that was a quarry, apparently. Well, it still is a storage thing. I guess they use that for road building and stuff around here, I suppose. Yeah, they do, because I've seen. I thought they were harvest trucks. Maybe they're both. Don't know. What is that noise? What is that noise? I keep running that over. Anyway, it's a lovely late winter's afternoon. It's probably about 18 degrees. I'd put a jacket and gloves on and stuff if I was actually going somewhere. It'd get cold, you know, if I was doing more than, you know, second gear. Anyway, so there we are. We're on the old Beamer. We've got to sort it out and try and ride it somewhere. I think that is the loudest fuel pump in the history of the world. I can't do really much about it, I suppose. Can't ask it to turn the volume down. Wobble, wobble, weave, weave. You know, it hasn't changed. Nothing's changed since it's been sitting for a year. Never mind, we'll get stuck into that as well. Start pulling it apart and see what else it could be. Unless it really is that rear wheel adapter that's in so many pieces. Or maybe the swing arm bushes are fucked. It didn't seem so, but I'll have another look at them. So long since I've had a ride, even on the Harley. Well, it's a few weeks, I suppose, a couple of weeks or so. The helmet's dusty. Tilly, hur aufkleiner. Normally she stops barking when you get, maybe you just haven't got to the right speed yet, eh? What's the time? 4:15. The day's nearly done already. Again. Another job I've got to do is have to go over the whole bike, change all the fluids, final drive oil and all that kind of stuff, you know. And I suppose we better think about going home. It's got such a short, close gear lever. So if I could look at the silos. These silos don't appear to be working anymore. They were for quite a long time. They're owned by Grain Corp, so they're probably a reserve or something. I don't know. I don't know. Now I might have to have a word with that fuel pump and ask it to turn itself down a bit. There's one thing about these Bosch systems, I guess, is that they run all the time, you know. It's not just a prime up job and whatnot. Just going to take a photo of the dog because we can. A bloody noisy dog, that's what you are, a noisy dog. You know you're a noisy dog. But you are like a typical girl, you've got to have the last word, haven't you, every time. Hey? Stop there and wait. Just stop.